It's not a diet. It's far from a quick fix program, and it's not about the latest fad. It's a lifestyle.
So easy to be excited about lifestyle changes, and then so easy to let that fire go out.
We're talking about ways to live well and be healthy, ways to be a better you in 2017.
And here we go. Welcome to this Your Life, Your Health, a Better You in 2017 half-hour special.
During the next 30 minutes, we will dive deep into what it takes to become a healthier you this next year.
And, of course, it all begins with your friends. Like that old Beatles song, I get by with little help from my friends. We can all use a little help from our friends, and finding that partner may be just the first step toward living a healthier life. New specialist Lori Pritchard introduces us to two women who are more than just neighbors.
She's like speedy and efficient, and I'm always like trying to catch up with her.
Liz and Melissa push one another. They're neighbors,
We're very similar.
friends, and now workout partners.
She's always my best cheerleader.
Liz is really good at trying new exercises.
Good job, good job. Watch that incline come up.
The two teamed up earlier this year when Liz put a plea on Facebook,
Big breasts, guys.
looking for someone to sign up for Intermountain Healthcare's 100-day heart challenge. Liz had completed the previous year, so she wasn't eligible. But if a friend was approved, they could team up together. Their hard work paid off, receiving second place.
Down and breathe.
Now these competitive friends are back at it in the alumni version.
I've lost 70 pounds over the course of the 3 challenges.
Melissa has lost 30 pounds.
We're gonna do a 2-minute pink. So you want kind of pink cheeks.
Call it strength in numbers or the power of 2.
Teams are always better.
During the 10 years of the 100-day heart challenges, Tracy Heiner has seen what a difference a support system makes.
We can do it, guys.
When you've got somebody with you, it does push you. Most of us are a little bit competitive, and we don't want to go slower than our partner does.
Here are some other workout partner benefits. You're less likely to cancel a workout. You talk and forget you're exercising.
How have you guys been doing?
That clears your mind and helps with stress. And most importantly, they can keep you on track.
Sometimes I let the scale really get to my psyche a lot. And she's like, that's only a little part of it. And she talks me through it.
Liz and I both have the same goal. We both want to be healthy grandmas.
The duo is well on their way.
You got it, guys. Breathe.
For Your Life, Your Health, Lori Pritchard.
Lori, thank you. So, recruiting that fitness friend. The gym experts say, well, make sure you recruit someone who has similar goals and commitments as well as a similar level of fitness and ability. And for more information on the 100-day heart challenge, go to intermountainhealthcare.org. Ashley?
Well, when you work 40-plus hours a week, it's sometimes hard to stay fit and active. But a lot of companies are realizing how a healthy workforce is a more productive workforce. So they're getting creative with their wellness benefits. For Your Life, Your Health, we found a few companies going above and beyond.
Stairs.
It's a fast pace.
Lots of stairs.
Our employees have a lot going on all the time.
It was all part of the intentional building design here at Adobe.
So it is a priority for us to support managing all of that and being able to be productive and healthy at work as well as outside of work.
Bikes. They've got bikes you can check out and a place to store your own.
I live a few miles from here, and so in the mornings I just hop on my bike. If you commute X number of days a week and over a month, then Adobe will give you a $20 certificate that you can use to kind of maintain your bike.
John also takes advantage of Adobe's wellness reimbursement program, $360 every year to be used towards any healthy activity or equipment. John bought a new bike.
And now that I'm a mom and don't have a lot of time.
Amanda Sanchez uses her wellness dollars to get massages. She's a new mother who just returned from a 6-month paid leave. Men get 4 weeks.
Having the time off and that amount of time off was just so helpful for, my mental sanity and just allowed me to focus on being the best mom that I could be.
She now works a flexible schedule and has access to the company's dedicated mother's room, complete with a hospital-grade pump. 100% of the women who have taken advantage of this leave
I can't tell you how much that helps.
have returned.
To have an employer that offers so many of the great things that Adobe offers, it just goes such a long way.
Adobe also has a Fitbit subsidy program, where employees can get reimbursed for purchasing a fitness tracker. Dave?
Healthier employees can actually help with the healthcare bottom line. That's why Celtic Bank has decided to put corporate wellness front and center. And it all starts with the most important meal of the day. On today's morning menu, fruit kebabs, eggs, and sausage.
Anything meat.
It's different every day. Just no donuts or other unhealthy options. The catered breakfast is free to Celtic Bank employees who opt in to the wellness program.
2 little kids at home, and I have a brand new baby, and trying to get everybody out the door and to work and things, I wouldn't eat breakfast otherwise.
The only requirement that you wear a fitness tracker during work hours, and
You have to participate quarterly in at least one lunch and learn, or yoga class, or kickboxing class, or meet with the personal trainers.
that's right, they have personal trainers.
This is kind of something I created. It's kind of a compound move.
Michael Fosmark takes advantage of the trainers to stay fit for his family. 2 grandsons and 1 on the way. And as a way to de-stress.
And it gives you a refocus during the course of the day. You work out typically with some of your coworkers. So the conversation is around, things we're working on.
Success in the wellness world is hard to measure, but the bank has seen an increase in activity inside and outside the building.
So we look at it as a way to attract and retain highly competent people that are interested in being active and living a healthy life.
Celtic first launched this program about a year ago when it realized 75 to 80 cents of every dollar spent on health care went to fighting diabetes and obesity-related health issues.
If you're one of those yo-yo dieters, you may be doing more harm to your heart than you know. Earlier this year, the American Heart Association released a study saying those who go on and off diets are more likely to develop heart disease. Researchers studied 150,000 women for 11 years, and those that confessed to weight cycling and 3.5 times more likely to have a sudden cardiac death with women than had stable weights. And 66% had an increase of heart disease. But you don't want to stress about your health that much. A new study out shows people who are anxious about developing a serious illness really do get sick. It's called the worried well. Researchers in Norway say this angst might be actually damaging your heart. The study of over 7,000 patients showed people who worried 73% more likely to develop heart disease than those without health anxiety. Coming up next, what you can do right now to make sure you're healthy in the future.
And we're going high-tech to up your running game at Tasha's Human Performance Lab.
And a little later, the importance of switching up your workout. Stay with us.
Welcome back to this Your Life, Your Health special report, A Better You and Me in 2017. Part of being healthier starts with prevention.
That means helping individuals do things to prevent illness in terms of getting their immunizations, making sure that they get their screening tests and exams, doing things that actually promote health in them, not just treating people when they get sick or have diseases.
Dr. Sheffield says number 1 on her list of prevention items this time of year is getting the flu shot. And now is the time. Flu season hits between December and March. She also says adults should look at getting immunized against pneumonia, shingles, and pertussis. And when it comes to screenings, every year or 2, we should be screened for high blood pressure, high cholesterol, cancer, and blood glucose.
That's the wonderful thing about prevention, is you're not waiting for the symptoms to happen. You're actually finding the conditions before you're starting to have symptoms, when they can be treated early and hopefully prevented.
More advice, make sure you talk to your healthcare provider to know which preventative services are right for you and are covered by health insurance.
So, do you want to fight that bug going around the office or your child's school? Well, you can if you eat the right immune-boosting foods. For Your Life, Your Health, Lori Pritchard talks to a dietitian about the 4 foods to add to your diet.
You know, an apple a day really doesn't keep the doctor away, but there are some very powerful immune-boosting foods that just might help keep you healthy this winter. And for Your Life, Your Health, Allie Spencer, an Intermountain Medical Center dietitian, joins us now with some of those foods to help us fight off the winter bugs. Allie, thanks so much for joining us. And of course, I've heard about apple a day keeps the doctor away, but there's so many other foods that we should be eating as well. Let's talk about some of those.
Let's do it. So first, we'll start off with dark chocolate. So,
okay, are you serious?
I am serious.
Really?
Yes.
Chocolate. I'm on board.
Yeah, okay, yeah, we can get behind this. The great thing about chocolate is we've heard it has antioxidants, right? But it's also a great source of selenium, and selenium is really important for keeping your immune system healthy and happy and functioning. So you want to make sure that it's very dark chocolate, but yes, chocolate will
Good
help.
news. That's good news to all of us, right? Okay, let's keep going.
Good.
What's next?
The second one I'm talking about is beans or legumes. So your dried beans and peas, and you could do canned or you could do dried. And these are a great source of zinc. And zinc, again, is really helpful for our immune system. And so you want to think about, you know, the thing about zinc too is we need to have a regular replenishing of that because our body doesn't synthesize it itself. So think about doing more beans.
And so that'd be chilies and soups and all those great things that
definitely.
for this winter as well.
Throw them in with your tacos. A great thing to do.
Sweet potatoes.
Sweet potatoes.
Love them. Love
Okay.
them. In fact, I've really tried to incorporate more sweet potato than actual potatoes.
Yeah, so one of the benefits to sweet potatoes is they're a great source of vitamin A. And we know vitamin A is good for our eyes, but it's also really good for different cells. So it's good for our lungs and good for our nose and for our skin. And so that can actually prevent infections, you know? So thinking about getting lots of vitamin A, so using more sweet potatoes, but even your orange colored vegetables. So like carrots and bell peppers are gonna be great sources too.
So color is always good.
Yes, that deep color, especially for vitamin A.
Okay,
yes.
perfect. And next, broccoli. Love broccoli.
Yes, so broccoli is a great thing to include, and it's a great source of selenium, and that's what's gonna give us that immune boosting power. But broccoli is a great thing to include, and I think it works great around the holidays to have, whether you have it raw or you have it cooked, it's something that roasts really easily.
And I'm sure a lot of viewers are thanking you for not bringing in kale and saying kale.
We'll make kale too.
Right, yes, of course it is. But you know, we can only have so much kale before it's just no more. Rather have the chocolate. Allie, thanks so much for joining us.
Thank you.
All right, Lori, thank you again. To recap, dark chocolate, sweet potatoes, beans, and broccoli. Just don't put them all together. I'm not sure if that would make a great stew. All right, this holiday season, a handful of nuts might also do your body good. A new study found a diet containing nuts could help you live longer. Researchers from London found that a handful of nuts every day could decrease the risk of cancer by 15%, heart disease by nearly 30%, and premature death by 22%. Hazelnuts, walnuts, and even peanuts are among those included in this study. The nuts include nutrients known to reduce the risk of cardiovascular disease.
What if you live with a bunch of nuts? Does that count?
That might count.
Seems like it should. All right, for those of you who are already eating right and exercising, and you still have that goal to take it up a notch next year, the Orthopedic Specialty Hospital has a high-tech human performance lab where runners are improving times and mechanics. New specialist Brooke Walker takes us inside.
Reflective markers. It's basically just some little plastic balls that we put some reflective tape on.
So anything that's reflective here is picked up by the 8-camera 3D motion capture system.
Each camera is getting a 2-dimensional view, and by having multiple cameras, we can take each individual view of the camera and create a 3-dimensional position in the room.
The cameras are recording 51-year-old Robert Barton, who normally runs outside without all this equipment. But today he's taking his run to check out his mechanics and gaits.
I mean, when I first started, I was like maybe a 15-minute mile, and so I was really slow, and my son was in the 6s, so I thought, okay, if I can just get down to a little bit with him.
This competitive guy has worked with Tosh trainers for a few years and now is almost running a 7-minute mile.
Basically, they took me from a base starting point and then worked to say, okay, this is where your foot's landing, this is where your legs coming through or not coming through, I guess you should say.
But this treadmill is not your run-of-the-mill treadmill. It has a 3-dimensional bathroom scale below it.
So if you're standing still on it, it would just be recording your body weight, your mass and the acceleration due to gravity on the ground. But if you were hopping up and down, you can imagine if you're standing on a scale, that number would go up and down.
That number is then compiled with all the camera data. It may look like you have a running stick man.
I mean, that technology kind of feel like a video game, you know, so it's pretty fun.
But the technicians actually capture every movement down to within a millimeter or two, and then analyze and make customized training programs.
A little higher, but you used to kick that up quite a bit higher. So this motion.
For Your Life, Your Health, I'm Brooke Walker, KSL 5 News.
Brooke, thanks. Tosh's gait analysis is primarily used by beginner, recreational, and competitive runners who want to get faster, go farther, or reduce the risk of injury from overuse. To get more information, go to toshutah.com. Next, are you bored with your workout? Need a new exercise program?
We've got not 1, but 4 creative ideas to get your heart pumping again.
This is a KSL 5 News Special Edition, examining your life, your health.
Okay, are you a creature of habit when it comes to working out? If becoming a better you in 2017 is a goal of yours, you might want to try something new.
Brooke Walker's back with us with 4 ways to break the workout mold.
We all know that exercise is important, but did you know it's important to shake up your fitness routine? New workouts can actually help stimulate different muscles and help prevent boredom. So lace up your sneakers. We have 4 new workouts to consider.
Give me a little squeeze, warm up your upper body.
Don't let these black and yellow straps hanging from the ceiling intimidate you. It's called TRX, a type of suspension training created by a Navy SEAL.
I tell everybody, don't worry, we're not swinging. You're not gonna be in the air. You don't have to worry about falling.
TRX is aerobic and strength training wrapped into one.
The reason I like it is because you can almost imitate every single move that you could do at a gym, on a machine, or with free weights.
You guys ready? Ever heard of Funk Fit? It's a dance fitness class fusing funk and hip hop. The routine progresses and repeats. You'll leave feeling like a true dancer.
They're not only getting a fitness experience, but they're also getting a dance experience. And that is our main goal, is that we don't want it to be just a class. We want it to be an experience for everybody.
Come on.
If you don't feel like getting your groove on, how about trying a high-intensity progressive boot camp? Pushing weights around, lifting kettlebells, and lots of up-downs.
Keep your foot up there the whole time. There you go. Keep it up there. There you go.
Former Marine Kenny Knight uses military-type exercises to motivate his students.
That helps bring on that intensity and that motivation and that drive, just to want to push and, work hard and kill,
Dry your tailbone down.
And if you've recently had a baby, you might want to try Baby and Me yoga.
Give baby a little smile, and then extend your right arm out in front of you.
You're so focused on that cute little face, you often tend to forget your own body.
It's hard to leave them when they're so little, but you also don't want to neglect yourself.
All right, let's work.
Tweaking that workout routine might be just what the doctor ordered.
There you go.
For Your Life, Your Health, I'm Brooke Walker, KSL 5 News.
All right, Brooke, so switching up that routine may also help you break through a weight loss plateau and get you re-energized about working out again.
Got to start dancing, Dave. Do some hip hop.
I don't know about that, but I'll go to the gym.
All right, I'll join you there. Next, running through life and staying fit while doing it. Stay with us. And finally, we leave you with some good news to help you kick off 2017 towards a better you. Having a positive attitude could help you live longer. Researchers at Harvard University tracked the health of 70,000 women. Those who were considered to be the most optimistic had a 30% lower risk of early death than the least optimistic woman. And while positive people are more likely to have healthy behaviors, experts say optimism may also impact your biological systems.
You've heard the phrase, you're as young as you feel? Well, this World War II veteran Albert Booth is the picture of health. He looks and says he feels like he's 70, but would you believe he's 97? His secret? Running, and running a lot. He actually keeps a log of all the races, times, and weather conditions. He's completed 4 marathons and says he tries to participate in a race every week. Nice job, Albert. Have a happy and healthy New Year.
Hey, thanks so much for joining us for this special Your Life, Your Health, A Better You 2017.
Caught on Camera with Nick Cannon's next. We'll see you back here at 10 right after NBC Dateline.